Good morning. My name is Daniele Fattou Fidani. I'm 17 and even if I'm a senior, this is only my first year here in North Broward and in the United States in general. I believe that we must know many things in order to prevent us from destroying our world. And I also think that the logo that you're watching can transmit my message. Today, I'd like to tell you a little bit about me and my family. I can start saying that my whole existence is a mixture of cultures and coincidences. In fact, I'm an Italian guy who was born in a city near the coast, with half Italian blood, a quarter Greek and a quarter French, and I have also Canadian citizenship. Well, everything is like that because of my grandparents. Let's start from my father's ones. My father's father was Italian, from the city where I used to live until 5 months ago, and he met my French grandmother while studying in Berlin, Germany. There, they got married, and then they moved to Canada, where my father was born. That's why I have the Canadian citizenship. He transmitted it to me. My father moved to Italy with his parents when he was 5. From my mother's side, on the other hand, I have an Italian grandmother from Florence and a Greek grandfather. My grandfather was born right after that his Greek father escaped from Greece during the Second World War. They met and got married in my birth city, as my parents then did. This is enough concerning my family. Now I can talk a little more about me. I was born in a quiet house inhabited by my parents and my elder brother. Exactly 17 months after my birth, my first younger brother was born. This event has had an incredible effect on me. In fact, being born almost a year distant from each other, my brother and I have always shared everything. He was like my best friend, and thanks to him I've developed that passion and perseverance that I use in my studies. I think that my belief, which I mentioned before, is largely due to the love that I have in his regards. Who day by day has nurtured my hunger for knowledge is him. I remember very little about my childhood. The only memories that I have are some flashes about my life with my brothers. Christmas Day when we used to open our presents, some fights on the sofa and so on. I remember something also about my kindergarten, but it's not really important. On the other hand, I have many memories about the various journeys that I did with my family. My father in premise, in fact, wanted to transmit me his passion that he has inherited from his father for traveling in different places all over the world in order to meet other cultures and admire breathtaking views. Useless to say that he did it. This passion that he gave me eventually was transformed in something different. A huge interest for the Eastern culture, in particular the Japanese one, in fact, arose in me when I was really young. This passion has lately, 2 years ago to be precise, driven me towards the study of the Japanese language, which I'm continuing to study here. My father also passed me my passion for music in general, especially for rock and metal, being himself a huge fan of those old groups, and he was also the one who pushed me to play the guitar. At a certain point of my life, then, 2013 happened. It was the year of change for me, in which I developed all the other sides of the character that is inside me right now. It was the year in which I started high school and learned the most important lessons of my life. In my first year, I found my best friend Marco. It was the first time that I felt so in tuning with somebody else. He used to listen to the same genre of music as I do. He cared about learning new things and, above all, he was really funny. It's thanks to him that I developed that nice and kind part of my character. During my first year, I also found my passion in helping people study. Since I've been always studying hard for my whole life, it happened various times that my classmates asked me to help them to understand a subject. When I went to their home, I found the activity of teaching, if I can call it like that, quite funny and useful, because I had to find different views to explain something in order to let understand the others, and, at the same time, I was studying, repeating again and again the same things. Anyway, it wasn't everything sunshines and rainbows. That year I also learned many bad things about people, and this is why I developed my apparently grumpy and lonely personality that acts as a shield towards the strangers. Well, I think it's enough concerning the past, and I myself right now want to concentrate in my future. I hope that you have enjoyed the video. Goodbye.